Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly intuitive reading for Monday, May 24th through Sunday, May 30th, 2021. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland for the main message for everyone. We also have a special message card for everyone from the Black Moon Astrology cards by Susan Shepard. And then your special message card, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Sacred Power Reading cards by Anna Stark. So this is an intense week coming up. We have a lunar eclipse coming up. We have a Mercury retrograde coming up. And I think you'll probably agree with me that the energies have been building up in various ways over the past week, maybe 2 weeks for those of you that are especially sensitive. Because last weekend, we just had Saturn, the great teacher of karmic lessons, turn to retrograde motion. So for the past week or so plus, we have been feeling Saturn slowing down. And he rules the third dimensional plane of reality. He rules structure, form, delays, limitations, restrictions, responsibilities. And it has this connection with the kind of physicality of our bodies. And so if we've felt extra tired or fatigued lately, it's probably because Saturn was slowing down to a standstill before turning retrograde this past weekend. So let's start by taking a look at what our stones of choice are for this week's weekly reading. So these are all special intention pendants, and the first special intention pendant is this beautiful azurite. Isn't that beautiful? This is a raw piece of azurite. It's wrapped in gold wire. This one has the qualities of the vibration of master number 11 infused into it, the number of psychic vision, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and the energy of the light worker. The qualities of Neptune, planet of other dimensions and connection to our past lives. The element of water, which rules intuition, clairsentience, and fluidity. And the energies of the sacred priestess energies, which are about mystery, ceremonial magic, and who are the guardians of the secret teachings, as well as Archangel Raziel's energy infused into this one, the Archangel of divine magic and alchemy. Okay, so your second pendant of choice is, let's get the right information up here, is this beautiful, powerful Herkimer diamond. Okay, Herkimer diamond. This is wrapped in silver, and it's been Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11, the number of the lightworker and the visionary. It's infused with the energies of Aquarius, which rules claircognizance and being a clear and open channel to divine information and messages. The element of air, which is about higher thinking, ideas, and communication. The activation of the crown chakra for the channeling of higher wisdom and knowledge. And also infused into the Herkimer diamond special intention pendant is the energies of Archangel Raziel again, the Archangel of divine magic, psychic abilities, and alchemy. Okay, and then your last stone of choice here, and we'll show these to you again once we change gears right before we look at the messages from our angels and guides from the cards. We will reintroduce these to you so that you can make your choice for that special message card. But the last one is Golden Aura Quartz. So you know what clear quartz looks like, and this one you can see has kind of a golden hue to it. So this is the Golden Aura Quartz wrapped in gold. And it is Reiki infused with the vibration of master number 22, the number of the master builder, power on all planes, the qualities of Jupiter, planet of abundance, prosperity, and great blessings, It has infused into it the qualities of Leo, fire sign Leo, which rules confidence, creative self-expression, and leadership. Activation of the solar plexus chakra, our chakra of personal power, and the energy of Archangel Michael for confidence, strength, protection, and leading one to the next step of your highest destiny path. So again, we have the azurite. We have that powerful Herkimer diamond. And we have that golden aura quartz. So let's start by talking about the astrology for this week before we shift gears to see what our angels and guides have to say. So on Wednesday the 26th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Sagittarius. Be on the lookout, by the way. I'm going to try to maybe do a live YouTube or a live Facebook on and right before the full moon lunar eclipse happens on Wednesday the 26th. Maybe pull some different cards, or I might pull cards for the astrological signs of the zodiac, or I might just talk about what house of the natural zodiac wheel that full moon lunar eclipse falls in, depending on what your sun sign is. So either way, be kind of on the lookout for some of those live streaming presentations. But this full moon lunar eclipse, now what is a full moon? A full moon is about completion, releasing, healing, letting go. Of course, when the full moon comes to its fullest capacity, it's an intensification of the energies on especially the emotional level, which is why our psychic abilities are heightened, our intuition, our empathic abilities, our healing abilities, and our emotional feelings and reactions are also magnified during a full moon. But this is an eclipse, and so with the eclipse energies, which we will have a new moon solar eclipse in about 2 weeks, right, to follow up this full moon lunar eclipse, it's all about endings and new beginnings, and it intensifies the energies of those endings and new beginnings because of that eclipse energy. So this one is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius rules the higher mind, it rules expanded vision, it rules inspiration, it rules long-distance travel, it rules other countries, other cultures, it rules the big picture. It's a fire sign, and it's a mutable sign. Mutable means changeable. So it's a vacillating, changeable, fiery, passionate, creative, leadership-oriented kind of energy. So, this one's probably going to be a pretty powerful full moon. It's actually in a challenging connection to Jupiter, which is the planet that rules expansion. So it expands the energies of this full moon lunar eclipse. Jupiter is currently in Pisces, which is expanding that more spiritual, unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, selfless service to humanity kind of energy. And then the full moon lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Sagittarius is also in a positive trine connection to Chiron, the wounded healer and shaman. So it may very well magnify in some way our past life wounds regarding our sense of self, self-identity, self-confidence, but supports the healing of that because it's a positive connection. So then we move on to Thursday the 27th, and we have Venus, which rules relationships, partnerships, money, finances, all sorts of personal resources, our values, how we value ourselves, our sense of self-worth. She's in Gemini right now. Gemini is also a vacillating, mutable sign energy, but it's an air sign, unlike Sagittarius, which is fire. So we have the air with Gemini, which is our thought processes, our perceptions, our communications. And because it's in mutable Gemini, they can be a little scattered and all over the place, especially since we're coming upon a Mercury retrograde in the same sign, which is a little bit later this week. But on Thursday, Venus in Gemini is challenging Neptune in Pisces. Now, Neptune rules the spiritual realm, things that are intangible, things that are unseen. It rules our psychic senses. It rules our healing abilities. It rules compassion, unconditional love, forgiveness. It rules the other realms, those realms where our loved ones, ancestors may have crossed over to, where angels and guides and ascended masters reside. But this is a challenging connection between Venus and Neptune. So the shadow side of Neptune can be illusion, confusion, and delusion. And as I said, Venus does rule partnerships and relationships as far as one thing that she has domain over. So this can bring a little bit of not seeing things clearly in relationships and not having clear communication in relationships because, again, Venus is in Gemini, that communication sign. So our thoughts may be a little jumbled and confused regarding something regarding relationship, whether it's romantic, partnership, family, friendship, relationship. And then again, when we communicate, there might be some misunderstandings, and especially again, as we move on to Friday, Mercury, which is slowing down to turn retrograde on Saturday, comes together with Venus. So in essence, we have this Mercury, which rules the mental realm, with Venus that rules relationships, coming together to challenge Neptune, which brings again that confusion, lack of understanding, lack of focus, not really seeing things clearly. A lot of times we wear rose-colored glasses with Neptune. And then on Saturday, finally, we have Mercury officially moving into retrograde motion. Now, it goes retrograde at 24 degrees of Gemini. It's only going to go all the way back to 16 degrees Gemini. And that will turn back to direct motion on June 22nd, I believe is what I wrote down. So it's retrograde for about 3 weeks. The thing is that we've been feeling Mercury as it's been in its shadow for the last couple of weeks. Okay, once it passed that 16 degree Gemini mark a couple of weeks ago, it moved into its shadow period. So we may have already been seeing the last few days a lot of miscommunication, misunderstandings, technology with phone, computer going a little haywire, even perhaps with vehicles. Anything that deals with our thought processes and ideas, again, being misunderstood or not being able to be communicated clearly or executed clearly as far as that goes. So now it's officially retrograde. So all the standard applies. You're not supposed to make huge purchases during a Mercury retrograde, not to maybe travel if you can help it because there might be delays or cancellations. Meetings, phone calls that are scheduled for a certain time or day might be missed and need to be rescheduled. So all of those things that the mental realm rules is what's going to be affected, and especially so because Mercury is in its home sign of Gemini. So that's a little bit about what's going on astrologically for the week. Let's go ahead and shift gears and see what our angels and guides have to say for the week through the cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and remind you what your stones of choice are for this week. We have, again, to choose from this beautiful azurite special intention pendant. We have the Herkimer diamond, and we have the beautiful golden aura quartz. Okay. So let's see what our angels and guides have to say here. Turning over the first card, and we have number 1, and it says awareness. Now, this is like the magician card, the major arcana of the magician in the traditional tarot. So you can see that his crown chakra is lit up. It's even got a nice circle there around that, even including the third eye. And the magician is the creator of his own reality. In this case, we're talking about having greater self-awareness, greater psychic awareness, greater spiritual awareness with what is going on, what's happening in your life. Looking at things from a higher perspective, a higher vantage point, trying to tap into your higher self, the other planes of reality. Expand your psychic, intuitive, and even empathic and healing abilities during this week. I think that's going to probably come naturally with that full moon lunar eclipse, and even with Venus connecting with Neptune, even though that's a challenging connection. I think because Venus is in mental Gemini, not to be taken, in a negative sense, but Gemini being a mental sign dealing with information, I feel like this could expand our claircognizance ability, which is a crown chakra psychic perception here. So again, we're going to have greater expanded awareness. You can see that Here at the expansion point of the magician's third eye and crown chakra, we have the universe kind of opening up this portal behind him. So I think that we have the capacity to tap into other dimensional realms of information, and perhaps even a stronger connection with our angels and guides and those ancestors of the light, star brothers and sisters of the light, that can bring us a download of information and guidance. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the next card is here. Next card. Woo! Well, and here's the third eye card. So we're definitely going to have an expansion here of higher perceptions. Of course, the third eye chakra is the sixth chakra located between your eyes at the forehead level, right? This is not a physical eye, but a spiritual eye. So again, we're seeing things that our normal 3D eyesight cannot see. We're seeing things from a spiritual, psychic, intuitive vantage point, and even seeing within ourselves. This is about seeing greater depth within yourself of who you are, what you desire, what your truth is. So if you kind of turn that third eyesight within, you're connecting with your higher soul self. If you turn that third eye eyesight out, you're connecting to, again, God's source energy, universe, all that is, angels, guides, other beings like our star brothers and sisters, etc. All right, well, that goes well with the first card. So we'll see what these last two cards that came out together here. So which one was the first one? Was this one the first one? Yes. Okay, the Eight of Physical. The Eight of Physical. Positive movement forward. This is like the Eight of Rods, the Eight of Wands in the traditional tarot. Interesting that the full moon lunar eclipse is in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. This also, rods, the suit of rods is the suit of fire. So we're dealing with that fiery, unpredictable, inspirational, creative, passionate, hot, energetic energy here. Usually the Eight of Rods in the traditional tarot is about a lot of things happening all at once, things kind of coming in from all direction. You usually see 8 rods kind of coming in all zigzaggy and all scattered basically about. So there's a lot of things happening here. The number 8 numerologically deals with it deals with business. Deals with business, career, money matters, financial matters, but also it deals with our sense of power, our empowerment, owning our power. It also deals with dealing with authority issues, our authority within ourselves, owning our authority, and also, again, the power and control or authority issues outside of ourselves with other people. But here, this indicates some sort of positive movement forward. You can see this person's on a sailboat. They're on the great big, wide ocean. There's a sun there in the background. I don't know if the sun is setting or rising, but it's definitely lighting the way for this sailboat. And the sailboat is like full steam ahead. To me, the Eight of Wands here with this positive movement forward, again, means fast, unpredictable changes, redirections, and movement that's happening in our lives, which is, again, what these eclipses are going to do. It's going to shake the energy up. Endings and new beginnings are just going to naturally unfold and happen within our lives, even without us trying. And it could be, again, quite unexpected and unpredictable in nature. Let's go ahead and see what comes out with this card, though, for the additional information. Okay, and we have the number 7 card here, which is Triumph. Triumph. And you can see, again, this person, I don't know if it's a knight or whatnot, but he's on his horse and he is moving forward, right? He's moving forward. And here again, he's got a red flag. And so again, it kind of indicates that fiery, passionate, energetic, fast-moving energy here. In the traditional tarot, this would be the Chariot card. And the Chariot card usually is seen with a man or a person in a chariot being drawn, forward, moving forward with 2 horses pulling the chariot. And usually one horse is moving in one direction, the other horse is moving in the other direction. One horse is black, the other horse is white. That indicates, the energies of the ego versus the energy of the higher soul self. The ego wants to pull us one way because of maybe comfort level or fear or anxiety. Our higher soul self, which knows what is best for us, which knows where we're going in life, what's going to make us happy and content, is kind of pulling us the other way, into the higher way, walking down the higher road. Now, this particular card doesn't have two horses pulling in opposite directions, which I think is one good thing. We only have one horse here going in one direction, but it still involves needing to focus the energies. I feel like if we focus the energies, which again, kind of bringing two opposing viewpoints or opinions or energies into more of a balance. That's kind of what the Chariot is all about, is let's bring the energies into focus and balance and move forward in one direction. Whether we're moving fast, whether we're moving slow and steady, it doesn't really matter as long as we're moving forward. This card is called Triumph. So it indicates that in the end of it all, through all these changes and redirections and endings and new beginnings that might be coming in, that we are going to be triumphant in the end. And that's even indicated by the card previous to that, right? There's positive forward movement. We're going to be triumphant in the end, even if there's challenges, because a lot of times during the time period of eclipses, there can be some unexpected challenges or redirections that we're not prepared for. But again, it's realigning us, and this is what eclipses do, realigns us with our higher truth, realigns us with the direction that we're supposed to be going towards, that we're meant to be moving towards. So it looks like all in all, all of these cards are very positive. Some of the astrology was a little bit challenging. So I feel like we're going to have a mixture here. But in the end, again, know that you're going in the most positive direction. Now, I decided to pull a card from the Black Moon Astrology Cards by Susan Shepard, but two cards fell out of the deck when I was shuffling. So I went ahead and asked Spirit if both of these cards were meant to be a special message for everyone, and they said yes. So let's take a look at what that first one is. Okay, the first one does say Mercury retrograde, and we do have a Mercury retrograde at the end of this week on the 29th. It says reinvention, okay? So to me, this Mercury retrograde in his home sign of Gemini, which rules our thoughts, ideas, perceptions, communications, it's all about reinventing ourselves through the power of our mind, right? Mercury and Gemini. Mercury is a mental planet. Gemini is a mental sign. So let's put our thoughts in the most positive place. Let's put our perceptions or shift our perceptions or shift our perspectives to a place where we're looking at glass half full rather than glass half empty. We're reinventing our story, so to speak, the power of the mind. We're reinventing how we're seeing things unfold. So even if you feel like or have been through the midst of some sort of challenges in your life, take some time out, visualize, and see with your third eye, see the reinvention of how you would like things to unfold, because Mercury retrograde for the next 3 weeks or so is going to give you that opportunity to reinvent yourself, reinvent your life, reinvent your direction, while the universe also kind of steps in there to redirect us if need be. All right, so I'm going to put this one back here. Well, actually, maybe I'll put it right here between these two. And then let's look at the one that came out with the Mercury retrograde. It says South Node, and it says Life's Debts. So the South Node in astrology is about the past and past lives. Here on this card, it talks about life's debts. And so to me, this is talking about past life karmic debts or past life karmic patterns, subconscious patterns maybe from the past, whether in this life or other lifetimes, that we need to redirect with our mind and again use our powers of reinvention to sort of move away from, transmute, or look at things from, again, a higher perspective. I feel like, this Mercury retrograde, and not just the retrograde, even though it comes out with Mercury retrograde, I really feel like it's the eclipses here. Of course, in 2 weeks when we have the new Moon Solar Eclipse, that will be in the opposite sign of Gemini to this lunar eclipse. And Gemini, as well as Sagittarius, are about that mental realm, about our thoughts and our mental perceptions. So I feel like here with these life's debts that we're releasing, letting go, and healing, and that to me, since I pulled the card specifically for the lunar eclipse, I feel like this is telling us that during this Mercury retrograde, which lasts through both of these eclipses, and with the eclipse itself that we're dealing with right now, we're releasing and letting go of old perceptions, old challenges from this and previous lifetimes, old patterns, old ways of seeing something, old ways of perceiving something, old ways of how we believe about something or believe about ourselves. And I feel like, to me, there seems to be like some fiery energy in here, right? And Sagittarius is a fire sign. So fire to me is transmuting. So we're going to be transmuting these energies as we move forward here in the next few weeks. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what your special message card is depending on your pendant of choice. So this is the Sacred Power deck here. I'm going to give it a little shuffle, and this is going to be special message for people that chose that azurite, the azurite special intention pendant. Okay, this one's popping right up as I open my eyes, and this one says exploration. Funny that exploration is a key word of Sagittarius. So it's time to explore. It's time to widen your horizons. It's time to expand beyond what is known to you or what you think you know or what you think you're all about. It's really time to maybe take a little bit of a risk, take a little bit of a chance to see the big wide open world metaphorically or maybe even literally. So explore your path, explore your truth, explore what it is that you desire to do. Some of you may have, been in a certain area of expertise for a while, and maybe you're feeling like there's more out there, there's more to your mission, there's more to your story. So it's time to take a risk. Maybe walk down that path right there, right? That person standing next to a path, and that path leads into these mountains. It, quickly disappears into the mountains here. But the sky is lit up with this beautiful yellow and orange and even reddish colors here. So it's kind of highlighting those lower chakras, our root chakra for a sense of security and stability, and our sacral chakra, which is our passion and creative self-expression, and our solar plexus chakra, our willpower, our confidence, our leadership, take charge ability. So let's move forward on this path and explore some different possibilities, explore some different opportunities. And again, trust and have faith as we move into this, exploration of newness, exploration of these new possibilities that lay out before us. There's even a direction thing up here at the top, northeast, southwest. Which way do you want to go? You might want to contemplate that. Do I want to go down this path? Maybe there's more than one path you could possibly go down. You could stay right in the center where you are now, but I could also go left, right, up, down. Which way do I want to go? Of course, that's metaphoric. And again, maybe literal.Maybe some of you are thinking of moving out of the state that you currently, or moving out of the country that you currently live in, and wondering, I'm ready for a new adventure. I'm ready to explore new realms and connect with new people. So which direction, again, do I want to move into? All right, for those of you that chose the Herkimer diamond, so special message for Herkimer diamond people. Okay, the one on the bottom is calling my attention. Whoops, it's upside down. Isn't that interesting? And no, I don't read these reversed. And good thing, because it says abundance. Again, we have the yellows and the reds and the oranges. Of course, there's purple and everything there too. But look at the hands at the top with many gold coins, full of gold coins. And the gold coins are dropping down onto the earth. This is about all forms of abundance. Remember, abundance can be financial, so that can be quite literal. But it could also be an abundance of time, support, gifts from other people or from the universe in various forms. So just know that these blessings from the universe, blessings and abundance from the universe is going to be showering down upon you. I love that. I use this as a visualization for myself all the time. So in meditation, close your eyes and visualize. I don't usually see it as two hands, but you can use whatever you want. Oftentimes I see the goddess Abundantia. Abundantia is a beautiful woman goddess, and she has a cornucopia filled with gold coins, and I visualize and see her pouring out that cornucopia of gold coins right down upon my head, and I visualize myself seeing these gold coins raining down all around me. And then they turn into little sparkles of light, because they're not just gold coins. They're new people, new opportunities, new possibilities, new directions. It could be, again, money and finances coming in unexpectedly, but it could be so much more. So why limit the universe? Why not just see these as golden sparkles of light showering down all around you, that this is abundance energy from the universe coming in. So look for this not only this week, but again, I feel like this is going to be over the next at least couple of months, if not beyond that, because this eclipse energy, this full moon lunar eclipse and the new moon solar eclipse in 2 weeks, those eclipse energies of change and redirection will last until the next set of eclipses come along, which is some months away. So don't limit it to just this week that this abundance is going to be coming your way. And then for those of you that chose the golden aura quartz, you know what? The bottom one is calling me again. Protection. So this isn't Archangel Michael, but as soon as I turned it over and saw the word protection, I thought of Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is the archangel of protection, pulling cords, clearing us from lower vibrational energies, including lower vibrational emotions, feelings, thought forms, belief systems, old karmic patterns, traumas, things that we've gone through. He's also the archangel of leadership, courage, confidence, take charge, and he assists us with the next step on our highest and most important destiny path. So I think if you call in Archangel Michael or Archangel Michael, you're going to not only be protected, but you're going to be guided on your path. And here we have this knight, right? This knight full of valor and confidence and courage. And again, the knight of protection, standing at the edge of a stream. He's in a field. Look at these rays of white light, either coming off of him or coming down to him. So either way, he's not only protecting you, but the universe is protecting him, which then, is also protecting you. So you have this universal guidance and protection from the heavenly realm, from all of those archangels or ascended masters or ancestors of the light that are here to assist us in whatever ways that they can. He's also got, I don't know if this is, I guess this is, he's got this cape, this red cape that's kind of tied around his neck with a little gold coin at the throat chakra, and it's flowing down all around him. So again, we have that fiery, creative, inspirational energy of that fire, just like the Sagittarius fire sign for the full moon lunar eclipse. So there's a lot of energy and forward movement. And again, red, that color red, is kind of a fast movement. It would be a fast, passionate, assertive movement forward. And with that gold, whatever it is that's kind of tying that red cape around his neck, he's also got like a staff in his hand that has gold here at the very bottom, and it's got gold at the top. So that gold energy again relates to the solar plexus chakra, which means we need to take back our power. We need to own our power, take back our power, and be in our power like this knight of protection, and move ourselves forward with our intensified sense of willpower. So I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly intuitive reading. Thank you so much for watching and sharing and subscribing to my channel. For those that also watch my monthly, if you haven't seen my monthly, you might want to go onto my channel and watch the monthly overview for the month of May, and pretty soon for the month of June that will be coming up. And thank you to all of those who follow me on Facebook and my new business page, Colleen Lemma - Sacred Soul Empowerment, same name as my website. You'll see all kinds of inspirational posts, astrological posts, as well as products that I create that are on my website, different special intention jewelry, as you've seen the pendants here today, wonderful gem flower elixirs, as well as essential oil sprays that are also all imbued with this special intention energy from the archangels and the ascended masters and the planetary energies and the number energies and the signs of the zodiac energies and the chakra energies, etc. Definitely want to get on and see what's happening there. There's going to be a launch pretty soon of a lot of brand new products that are on the way, and sending you all lots of love and light and many, many angel blessings.